You know, when I think about a possible boyfriend for Maud, I picture someone with a charismatic, big personality, and also someone kind of rock-themed. So...
Don't you think that was a little bit dated?
Before I get into talking about My Little Pony the Maud couple, holy crap, a new opening! Yeah, it's basically the old opening, but at least they changed the animation. It's a good thing. Okay, now I need to switch gears over to one of the most influential mech anime, Neon Genesis Evangelion, which has a fantastic opening song, awesome mech battles, and some of the most hateful, irritating characters in the solar system, especially Shinji. Now, whenever I bring up the fact that Shinji is the worst thing since mustard gas in conversation, someone will not incorrectly point out that I'm supposed to want to see that annoying pimple die in a garbage fire. And that's the case with Maud's new boyfriend, Mudbriar.
Yeah, he sucks like a high-performance vacuum cleaner.
The reason for this is fairly obvious. It helps us empathize with Pinkie Pie. We, like her, don't want to see Maud going out with this fusion of Sherlock and Sheldon. You know, minus the charm and intellect. My problem with this approach to writing is I have to put up with an unlikable tool. A more efficient use of screen time, in my opinion, would be a character that annoys Pinkie, but not me.
Don't you think it's possible some audience might appreciate Mudbriar's harsh bluntness and disregard for the pink one's feelings?
Nah. Alright, now let's move on to some of the better aspects of the show. First off, there's Starlight. Over the course of the last few seasons, Starlight has come into her own as a main character. And even though she shares a role with Twilight, Starlight has a distinct screen presence. Whereas Bookhorse is painfully sincere and adorkable.
I'm really starting to hate that word.
Starlight is sarcastic and brash. Now, even though she's only there to support an increasingly deranged Pinkie, it's still great to have her around. Next up, there's Pinkie's other two sisters, Rage Pie and Palette Swap Fluttershy. Their scene is one of the best in the episode. It's a lot of fun to see how these three very different personalities interact and problem solve. And as cliched as it was, the geode analogy for finding something to like in Mud Boy was really sweet. Okay, now let's get into the comedy. First off, the big gun, Pinkie. She carries the episode, and I think it's worth examining how exactly she does this. Pinkie is characterized by being loud, energetic, and random, with just about all of her humor being some kind of over-the-top reaction or complete non-sequitur. This is, of course, a recipe for being annoying and obnoxious, but it's balanced by her sincerity and selflessness, and the fact that she's almost never mean-spirited. Okay, now let's look at the comedy stylings of Maud Pie, who's an example of well-done deadpan humor, with her stiffness and awkwardness being used as fuel for the comedy. The opening bit at the beginning is a fine example, as the whole thing is a setup for a joke about how Maud's not funny. Also, the single best moment of humor is Pinkie's internal vision of topsy-turvy versions of the main six, especially illiterate Twilight. Okay, now it's time to break down the good and the bad in My Little Pony, the Maud couple. On the good side, Starlight and the four Pie sisters were great, along with some fine quality humor and sincere character moments. On the other hand, Mudbriar is very irritating and in no way charming or funny, which is unfortunate as he's a huge part of the episode. So I give My Little Pony, Maud couple, a 3.5 out of 5. Now, if you're interested in more reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, or video games, check out my channel right here on YouTube. And find my Facebook and Deviantart pages for video updates and more. Thank you for watching.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.